What's up, everybody? Welcome to ATA 2023. I'm Zach, and we're here today at the Tethered booth to show you the new lockdown saddle.
Hey guys, Carl here with Tethered, and this is our new lockdown saddle we just introduced here at ATA. The goal, first and foremost, was to create the most comfortable saddle we could. And it's no secret, we knew that expanding body saddles are comfortable, but they had a few issues that we didn't like, that we wanted to address, and we didn't want to make something in that version as far as an expanding body saddle until we had come up with what we thought was an elegant solution. For the main problem I've always had with them is that after they break in and they open, they just stay open, and then they never close again. So you may be wearing a regular size saddle, but you're walking around, looks like a double XL hitting the back of your knees. So that was something we never did like about them, and we didn't want to jump into it until we could solve that issue. After being comfortable, I still wanted to maintain our high-speed, low-drag ethos. We do everything modular, as lightweight as we can, but less bulk. Probably the bulk of the saddle system is more important to me than the weight. So we came up with the lockdown pockets. These lockdown pockets are permanently attached to the saddle at the top and at the top seam of the expansion joint. And you can see they're pretty large. They cover a lot of area this way, but they're extremely low profile this way. You can see on my saddle, this actually has all of my gear in it, and I'm loaded, ready to hunt. I even have a Doyle's gear hoist in here for a retractable grappling hook right here. And you can see just how streamlined this thing is on me. It's not too bad at all. So it's extremely comfortable, and it carries very, very well. Added extra molly loops to it, so our Phantom Elite had them up here, but I've also added them here. Because one of the questions I know that's going to be asked about the saddle is, where do I put my sticks? Because we've ate up all this molly space here. So you can put a loop there for sticks. You could actually loop onto the bottom of the slime cement. Our deployment handles right here for the expanding body. You can hit a hook on right there as well, and there's also another molly loop right behind the handle, and you can throw whatever it is that you use to hook on your sticks. This is our UtiliBridge 2.0. You're going to start seeing this on every saddle we make from now on, whether it has comfort channels or not, just because it works so well. So it's the same UtiliBridge that you know and love from the Phantom, but what I've done is I've extended both loops on both sides, so now it girth hitches around the bridge loop, and you can see. So on the original UtiliBridge, you had 1, 2, 3 points of adjustment, and of course it was just a free floating loop, and it could move whenever you lift it up or relieve pressure off the bridge. This one is not going to move; it's going to stay right where you put it, so it won't move until you decide to move it. And now you've gone from 3 to 7 points of adjustment. You can see how you can actually split the comfort channel balls right there. So you can run in between them like that, or you can split them like that. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 extra points of adjustment. You're covering the whole gamut for absolute micro fine tuning if you want. Stows real nice like normal. I reach through behind this pocket, I grab this and pull it right there, and that's kind of how I walk around with it. The back of the yoke, there's a very thin piece of HDPE plastic in there. It gives it just a little bit of rigidity so it won't collapse on itself. And the spacing here is not accidental. That's 6.5 inches on center, which is exactly the spacing on every Predator pack we've ever made for the common loops, where the backpack straps go. So every Predator pack we've ever made, you can hook right onto this if you want to. And of course, the feature that everybody has been really talking about is the expansion seam that we have on the lockdown and how we solve the closing issue. So we call these lockdown links here, and you can see they're removable. It's made out of a very high quality 1-inch elastic, but elastic could potentially wear out over time. So every lockdown is going to have a set installed, and they're going to come with an extra set as well. And actually, Zach here behind the camera yesterday, he had a suggestion. Instead of hard stitching both ends, why not just lace one of them in a certain way to where it was actually adjustable? And it's a brilliant idea. So Zach here has actually provided input yesterday, and it's going into production on the final pieces. There's no reason for us not to do it. And you know, we listen to you guys out there. If it's something good, if it makes sense, you know, we'll do it. I guess the other big change we would cover is going away from the T-hooks, and these are a micro version of a Raptor buckle or a Cobra buckle, whatever you want to call it. So it's still a 1-inch or 25 millimeter slot there, but it's just a very simple, very intuitive. There's no more left and right specific, so you can just plug it in wherever you want to be. These have been working really, really well. I think that's about it as far as all the features on it. So we're looking at a availability date of right around June 1, and the MSRP on this is going to be right at $399.
All right, guys. So, you know, I want to do something a little bit different at ATA this year. I wasn't able to do the introductory videos because I didn't get here soon enough, and there's a lot of those videos out there. But you guys were able to see, you know, the direction that Carl was wanting to go with the saddle and some of the features just now. But here this thing is, and I won't lie, when I saw it, I wasn't a big fan. I thought that's something that I won't use. I didn't like it. I thought it was bulky, and I have to say I was 100% wrong. You know, when you're looking at it on the ground, it kind of looks like a lot, but once you put this thing on, all that extra bulk and stuff seems to disappear. You know, you look at it on the ground and you see straps hanging, but there's so many retainment straps, and I'll be the first to say that, you know, when I'm wrong, and I'll admit it. This is the most comfortable saddle that I've ever sat in to date. You know, when you've been saddle hunting as long as I have, it doesn't take you 5 hours or 5 days to be able to tell how comfortable a saddle is. I mean, this thing is a home run. Now, it is going to be heavier. I mean, it's a 3.5 pound system for the regular. The other one is going to be a 3.8, somewhere in there. But, you know, the yoke system is one of those things that's going to help reduce that weight. But weight is something that they were not aiming for, and they told us that. As a matter of fact, whenever I asked how much this saddle weighed, they did not know. They had to use my scale to test it out. They said that they were so concerned with comfort that weight was never an issue. And it's absolutely true and visible on this saddle. And it's something I'll show you that nobody really else has. Yes, the bridge is connected, so people, you do have to step through the bridge, but it's actually a lot easier than most other saddles. If you just face it away from you like this, because of the yoke system, you step through with it face forward and then just throw it back over the shoulder. Nice, easy. And then, like Carl showed, there's all these containment straps, so you won't have this loose strap. You can roll it up, put it in there. It's the same, you know, with the Utilibridge, the 2.0. You can do the same on the leg straps. It's a great saddle. I really thought that these pouches would be more bulky, but the hard plastic does really keep them away from your hip. I mean, it pulls them back into your hip. It's a saddle that I'm going to purchase. Very, very pleased with what I've seen here, and I think you guys will be too. It's a little bit high on the price point, but it's very high on the comfort factor too. But anyways, if you don't mind, please go below, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.